Hey guys, we're Mal today. So the All Blacks have just announced their squad for the Rugby Championship. A lot of bold calls to be made here, but they've definitely made some bold decisions. I'll get out of the way just so you guys who are watching, they haven't done anything to the coaching staff. The coaching staff does remain the same, so nothing to worry about within that area. But in terms of the team, they've made a lot of bold decisions. So let's just get straight into it. So here you go. Here's the All Blacks team for the Rugby Championship. It's I mean, with the forwards, of course, they have gone the likes, Dan Coles, as well as Samisoni Takalaho, as well as Cody Taylor, making up those free hookers within that selection. So, yeah, pretty standard to say the least, and obviously the same hookers that were selected within the series against the Irish. So, yeah, good to see that, of course. I would have liked to see a Safa more, maybe in place of Dan Coles, but I guess they went with experience from that position, which is understandable. But moving on now towards the props. So, for the props, they've gone the likes of Aiden Ross, George Bauer, Nebalala, Ofatungavasi, Ethan de Groot, and Angus Talbal. So with Nebalala, of course, he is, I believe, injured at the moment. So in replace of him, I believe, to South Africa, because New Zealand will play South Africa twice before they head back to New Zealand. I believe, who is it? Tyrell Lomax will actually be in replace of him, as mentioned obviously here. So he will be in replace of him for those 2 games only, but he will obviously come back into the frame. And of course, Ethan de Groot is now back into the All Blacks side, which is great to see, guys, because he's a great player, and obviously, he had. I guess the All Blacks just wanted to give him kind of more time to kind of rest, or maybe I think he was kind of going through an injury maybe at the end of the Super Rugby season. So it's good to obviously see him back within the All Black frame, and yeah, just suited up for obviously for this tour to South Africa. But yeah, moving on now towards the locks, of course, the All Blacks. They have gone with the same bunch here with the likes of Scott Barrett, Brody Retallick. We do have the likes of Patrick Tupiloto, who comes in the frame once again, Tupa Valai, and then finish off Sam Whitelock. So yeah, a decent obviously crop of kind of locks there. Would have liked to see maybe a new addition, maybe like the likes of maybe Josh Lord, but I guess they have stuck with the same 5 there. Of course, Brody Retallick is another player who will be out for the first 2 games, I believe, with a broken jaw. Broken cheek, I think it was, for 5 to 6 weeks. So in replace of him, they actually gone with Josh Dixon ahead of Josh Lord, which is very interesting to see, guys, because I believe this is the first time that Josh Dixon is actually being called up to the All Blacks. So yeah, credit to him, because that's a debut. That's another debutant, obviously being named by IanFoster. So yeah, congrats to him. But yeah, moving on now towards the loose forwards, and definitely the talking point you could say of this video. SamCane is still captain for the All Blacks, and yeah, it's a bold call there, of course, because a lot of people were obviously saying that, and a lot of media outlets were obviously saying that SamCane could be his captaincy could be taken away. But the All Blacks have kind of doubled down, to say the least, on SamCane, and they've stuck by him, which is good to see in that sense, obviously, as they've shown a lot of trust in that. But yeah, we'll have to see if it pays off or not. But yeah, of course, following him, we do the likes of Shannon Frizzell, obviously back into the squad as well, which is great to see. Again, he was another player who was suffered from injury and wasn't really available for the the Test series against the Irish. So good to see him back within the All Black frame. And of course, we do the likes of Dotto Papali there, as well as Artis Sevilla, Akira Leone, and the fished off Hoskins Tutu. So yeah, good to see that overall. I mean, I would have liked to see Cullen Grace maybe, because I thought like Cullen Grace was shows a lot of potential and really had some good performances against the the Irish within that, I believe, the first test in that Mario All Blacks game. But I guess he's more maybe for the future that they might add on, maybe after the World Cup, maybe we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, we'll move on now towards the back. So, of course, the backs, they have gone the likes Finley Christie, Flau Fakatava, as well as Aaron Smith. So they have kept the same, halfbacks there, which is good to see. I don't really think they have to change the area, in my opinion, because Brad Weber and Teacher Bernard need to kind of improve their game within Super Rugby to kind of, before they actually challenge opposition once again, in my opinion. So, yeah, good to see that they've gone with those same lines. And of course, you have Pernar and Brad Weber to cover them if one of these players gets injured. So yeah, happy with that choices there. For the fly half, of course, they have gone the likes of Bowden Barrett, Richard Monga, as well as Stephen Perifetta. So he does keep his place, which is good to see. And yeah, I mean, simple as you're not going to do too much changes in that area. I mean, you had maybe the likes of Josh Leone. I don't know, bring Gatlin if you wanted to put him in ahead of maybe Stephen Perifetta, but they have stuck with him, which is good to see. For the centers, of course, you do the likes of Jack Good, who is the final player who actually won't be available for the two tests within South Africa, and I believe Brandon Enor will replace him in that sense. So yeah, he'll be in that position for the first 2 games in the Rugby Championship. But other than that, David Avili, Reiko Omani, RTS of Roger Tuesacek, and Quinn Tapia will be will remain in the squad, which is great to see, of course. Haven't made too many changes in that area. And RTS, great to see that obviously he keeps his place. He didn't get a lot of game time against the Irish, but I'm hoping that he gets a lot more from the Rugby Championship. So, looking forward to that, of course. But yeah, to finish it off, of course, they have gone the likes of, Jordy Barrett, Caleb Clark, who comes back into the frame. Obviously, had another player who suffered from injury and comes back into it, which is good to see. Lester Fanayanku, and of course, Will Jordan and Sevu Reese. So yeah, that's it really for the All Blacks team, for the squad that they've announced for the Rugby Championship for 2022. So yeah, very excited, of course, for this. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. I will reply to them. So do comment below, guys, right now. Like this video, guys, and definitely subscribe to the channel. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys next time.